Hi everybody, this is Lisa from the Animals Magic Shop. I hope that everybody is having a good fall and a good October so far. It's getting kind of chilly here in New England. And I'm a little tired today, so I'll warn you ahead of time that I might not be as sharp as usual. Haha. Okay, so this week we're going to be looking for messages from the animal spirits for the period of October 2nd through October 6th for each sign. And the first sign is Aries. So animal spirits and guides, please show Aries what they need to know in the coming week of October 2nd through October 6th. What helpful message would you like them to have? And the animal is skunk. So skunk is all about respect, and even though skunk is a very small animal, most animals respect the skunk, especially those who have had experience with him. So the skunk teaches you to use scent sometimes. Maybe perfume or aromatherapy would be helpful to you at this time. There are many books and websites and YouTube channels about how to use aromatherapy if you're not familiar with it. You know, sometimes even just an extra dab of your favorite perfume or aftershave can uplift you. And skunk also teaches us to not overreact to others unless we're really attacked. So as far as perceived threats or, you know, maybe people annoying you, just kind of take it easy on them. No need to spray everybody with a lot of bad stuff. Just stay cool. This is also cautioning you to respect others this week. Maybe especially in work, I'm getting for some of you, and for, of course, your family members and, you know, your children, your parents, you know, your spouse, your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Try to show everybody a little extra respect this week, and you'll be just fine. And in turn, when you show respect to others, people usually respect you too. So respect and scents, fragrances are the two key messages for you during this period, Aries, depending on which resonates with you the most. Okay. Next sign is Taurus. Animal spirits and guides, please show us what message or messages the sign of Taurus needs to hear for the period of October 2nd through October 6th. Okay, this is for Taurus. The animal for Taurus is blue heron, and this animal is the teacher of self-reflection, and also the teacher of how, well, really, I guess the saying is what goes around comes around. So oftentimes you may notice that your mood and your actions are mirrored back to you. You know, so if you're like happy and cheerful, most likely people around you will react in kind. And if you're grumpy, then it can also bring down the energy of those around you. So this animal is saying to be mindful of what energy you put out to others, as it will be especially reflected back to you during this period of time. And also maybe take some quiet time this week to do some self-reflection and take a look at your life and yourself and see what comes back to you. Okay. Next sign is Gemini. Animal spirits and guides, what message would be helpful and beneficial to Gemini during the period of October 2nd to October 6th? Okay, this is for Gemini. The animal for Gemini is rabbit, and rabbit has a couple of different messages, and you can take this as it resonates. For some of you, this could signal a period of great fertility. Literally, if you want to get pregnant, this may be a good time to get pregnant. Or if you don't want to get pregnant, this might be a good time to be mindful and careful to not get pregnant. Also, rabbit can speak of fears. And, you know, rabbit is a prey to many animals, and rabbit has to stay very alert. But rabbit also has to go out in the world and live life and eat and, you know, play and enjoy the sunshine. So this animal tells you not to be consumed by your fears. You know, be aware of dangers around you, but don't be consumed by them. Don't be so afraid that you don't go out and enjoy life. And I know that this is kind of a scary, or in some ways a scary period for many people, but try not to let fear get the best of you, okay? Because rabbit doesn't. Rabbit definitely goes out and eats and plays and enjoys the sunshine and is a fertile animal. Okay. Next sign is Cancer. Animal spirits and guides, what message or messages would you like Cancer to hear for the period of October 2nd through October 6th? Okay, this is for Cancer, please. Okay, Badger. Badger also has a couple of different messages, depending on how it might apply to your situation. Badger burrows under the ground, and Badger is very close to the roots of different plants. So at this time, you may want to explore different herbal or plant medicines that are of healing roots as opposed to maybe the plant. Also, you may find it beneficial to eat root plants like potatoes and carrots and other plants that grow under the ground. Might be especially beneficial for your health at this time. And also, Badger is a very aggressive animal. You may you may want to just temper things down a little bit this week if you run into situations that are stressful or involve confrontations with others. Don't be too aggressive. And, you know, if you're working on projects and work, you know, listen to other people too and let them have their, let them take part in it too. You know, don't run with the ball all by yourself. Work well with others. And also, Badger can mean to look at your own behaviors and actions and habits and apply some aggressive healing to them. You know, sometimes it's good to be aggressive. So if you have different things that you want to change in your life, this would be a good week to be aggressive about going after them, and also going after goals without running everybody else over around you. Okay, so don't be too aggressive. Be aggressive when it's appropriate. Okay, next sign is Leo, animal spirits and guides. Can you please give us a message or messages for Leo that would be helpful for the week of October 2nd, through October 6th. Nope, they don't want me to take that. Hold on, let me shuffle a little bit more. Okay, so this is for Leo. Okay, Leo, dragonfly is your animal, and dragonfly is associated with the elemental world, with fairies and leprechauns, and also with the plant kingdom and the flowers and the trees. So this might be a nice time for you to get out in nature and enjoy it. Enjoy the foliage if you have that in your area. Enjoy the harvests. Enjoy the beauty of this season. It's also, this animal is also telling you to see things as they really are. You know, sometimes we delude ourselves into thinking that things are a certain way, maybe because we don't want to face how they really are. So we want to, you know, sometimes we'll kind of sugarcoat things in our minds, or we'll, you know, go for the ignorance is bliss, you know, and hide our heads in the sands and not really take a look at what's going on around us or within us too. So this animal is just saying, be mindful of illusions. It could also be illusions that other people try to project on you, to fool you. So, yeah, so be mindful of any illusions that you might harbor within yourself, about yourself, or about the world around you. And just remember that not everything is as it seems. Okay. Next sign is Virgo, animal spirits and guides. Please give us a message, something helpful for the sign of Virgo for the week of October 2nd through October 6th. This is for Virgo, please. Those want to stick together. Raven. This animal speaks to us of magic. There's a lot of magic. I'm getting there's a lot of magic to be had in life, and the sign of Virgo is very practical and analytical. This animal is saying, you know, maybe stop and take a look at the magical things in life, the things that aren't so logical or so concrete. Look for those and enjoy them. And also, this animal speaks of energy. The energy that you project to others is a type of magic. Your actions and your words mean a lot, and there's a lot of power in them. So be mindful of the actions that you, what's the word I want to use, that you project to others, and also be mindful of how you speak to yourself too. Don't be like really hard on yourself, is what I'm getting. And maybe embrace a little bit of childlike energy during this week. You know, let your imagination be your guide a little bit more than your logical brain. Okay? All right. Next sign is Libra. Animal spirits and guides, please give us a message for Libra that would be helpful for the week of October 2nd through October 6th. Okay, this is for Libra. Ant has to do with patience and working with others in your community. So we'll take patience first. It's said that there's a certain type of ant, I can't remember what kind it is, that lives in the desert. And the ant will very carefully dig a hole and go inside the hole and then lightly loosely cover up the top with dirt and kind of peek out of the top and wait patiently for dinner to arrive. And that might be like a long time, but the ant knows that patience pays off, and eventually he or she will get their meal. So also being patient with yourself, I'm hearing. You know, it can be a busy time of year, so don't, you know, if you can't do it all, like, don't push yourself, you know, give yourself a break, have a little bit of patience with yourself, and apply the same to others too. You know, the seasons have changed, the weather has changed, the temperatures have changed. You know, I think we're still in Mercury retrograde, or just getting out of it. You know, so there's been, you know, and there's a lot going on in the world too. So be patient with others, especially this week. You know, you never know what other people are going through. You know, you don't walk in their shoes. You know, sometimes you go into a store and somebody doesn't help you fast enough, or, you know, you've hired somebody to do something and they're not doing it perfectly the way you want it, or whatever. Just be especially patient with others this coming week, and be very patient with yourself too. Okay. Scorpio. Next sign is Scorpio. Animal spirits and guides, please show us what message or messages Scorpio needs to hear, something helpful for the week of October 2nd through October 6th. This is for Scorpio. These cards are all over the place. Okay. Scorpio, your animal is mountain lion, and whoops, bouncy guy or girl. Mountain lion speaks of leadership. So the thing is, a good leader doesn't, well, let's take work as an example. Okay, if you're a leader in work, if you're like a boss in work, a good leader doesn't, well, they don't expect anybody to do something that they wouldn't do themselves, for one thing. And they don't abuse or berate or bully others into working with them. And not at all to say that you would do this, Scorpio, but you just want to be extra mindful of not pushing others too hard, and not expecting too much of them either. And as far as other things go, you know, maybe to do with your family or your children, oftentimes the best way to get others to be on board with your ideas, or what you'd like to do, or whatever, or to change even, is to lead by example rather than force. So, you know, if you want those around you to be more kind and compassionate and thoughtful, and if you want others around you to listen to you more, or whatever, then you would do that with them, and that's how you would lead, by example. Show what you would like from others by embracing those behaviors yourself. Okay. Next sign is Sagittarius. Animal spirits and guides. Oops. I'm not going to take that one. Animal spirits and guides, please show us what would be helpful and beneficial. Would be to not fumble the cards. What would be helpful and beneficial for Sagittarius to know for the period of October 2nd through October 6th? This is for Sagittarius, please. That didn't feel right. Hold on. Now, there we go. Okay, Sagittarius, you get Lynx. And Lynx speaks of a couple of different things. The first one is knowing when to keep your mouth shut. And I've found this to be true myself personally, is Lynx tells you if you have like an idea, most of the time it's better to not necessarily share it with others. For some of you, I'm getting your ideas could be stolen. Maybe this isn't a work situation. So if you have like an innovative and creative idea in work, you may not want to share it with others because somebody could steal it. The other thing is Lynx also speaks of maybe listening more than you talk, because you really can learn a lot from listening, and not so much from talking. So those are two messages from Lynxes. The other message I'm getting that may be for some of you is if somebody tells you a secret and trusts you with that secret, don't tell it to anybody else, okay? Be a good secret keeper. And the fourth thing about Lynxes too is that you may be very intuitive and psychic, and if you feel that somebody is hiding something, they probably are. And if you think somebody is, keeping something from you, that may be just so. So there's no need to confront people or attack people who you feel may be doing this. Just sit and observe and be silent, and you'll get the information that you need. Okay. Next sign is Capricorn. Animal spirits and guides, please give us a message for Capricorn that would be helpful for the period of October 2nd through October 6th. This is for Capricorn. Okay, this animal is squirrel, and squirrels are known as the Boy Scouts of the animal kingdom. They're very much into collecting everything they can get their paws on, especially this time of year in the fall. I know the squirrels around here are burying acorns and pine cones and berries and everything else all over the place. The squirrels really are well prepared for the winter, as long as they can remember where they put their stash of stuff. So if you are preparing for the winter, then you might want to be more organized about it than a squirrel is, I'm getting. Of course, when the squirrel forgets where he plants his acorns, trees come up too, so that's kind of nice. But the other thing is, squirrels are very high energy. They can be kind of hyper, and they can kind of, flit from one thing to another. So try not to be quite so erratic as squirrel, and focus on things one at a time instead of trying to do everything all at once, is a message that I'm getting. So it would be good for you to prepare for the winter this week, whatever you have to gather. for food, water, fuel. Take a look at, make sure you have enough winter clothes for yourself and your kids. Blankets. Make sure that your house is nice and snuggly and well insulated. So this is a good week for you to be prepared for the winter, but also to remember not to, run around like a squirrel with their head cut off and try to do too much at once. Just be focused on what you're doing. Okay. Next sign is Aquarius. Animal spirits and guides, please give us a message for the sign of Aquarius for the week of October 2nd through October 6th. Okay, this is for Aquarius. This animal hawk teaches us two things I'm getting here. Keep an eye out for messages from the spirit world this week. And, depending on whatever path you follow, those messages can come in different ways. So, I'm sure you're familiar with how you usually get messages from the spirit world. There could be something I'm getting an important message coming in for you sometime in the coming week. So keep an eye out for that. And if you've been asking for answers or praying for answers, watch out for the answers this week. And chances are pretty good you're going to get them. And this animal also is about communicating. So this week it's especially important to try to keep your communications to others very clear, whether it's with your kids or your spouse or in the workplace or, projects that you're working on with others. Try to be very clear in your communications this week. Okay. Next sign is Pisces. This is the last sign. Animal spirits and guides, please show us what message or messages Pisces needs to hear for the period of October 2nd through October 6th. This is for Pisces, please. Okay, Pisces. Buffalo has two different messages for you this week, Pisces. The first is whatever you've been praying for, your prayers are being heard. They may not be necessarily answered right away or right now, but know that your prayers are being heard. And all is well with that. The other message that this animal brings is that you might be able to use your energy especially effectively during this week in prayer, whether that be for yourself or for others. Pisces, this is a good week for you to make prayer requests, and they will be heard. The energy is right for them to be heard. And a third thing that this animal is also saying to you, Pisces, is whatever you get, even if it's not exactly what you want or only part of what you want or even nothing at all right at this time, it's very important for you to be thankful and grateful for what you do have and for the blessings that you do have. There's also something else that I'm getting, and this may be just for one person. It's not like that many people are watching my channel anyway. This might be just for one person. Buffalo wants you to know that you are an answer to somebody's prayer. And that's really, gee, I'm getting choked up here. For one of you, you are the answer to somebody's prayer. So be happy about that, okay? You've done very, very well. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening to this reading. I'd also like to mention too that there's an animal. There's a number at the top of each card, which is not showing up very well here. There's a number at the top of each card, and you might want to look up the angel number. So, for example, like Ant is number 32. You might want to look up the angel number and see if there's an additional message for you that might be relevant. And this is for all signs for this week. You know, if you need like a little extra encouragement or help, look up the angel number. And I have like a favorite website that I use for angel numbers, and it's Joanna Sacred Scribes, and I'll put a link to that below this video. She has angel numbers from 0 to in the thousands, and she's spent a lot of time gathering the energies and the meanings of these numbers. But these cards are only 1 through 52. So, but yes, do that if you would like to. Look up, you know, if you don't want to use the website in the link that I'm going to post, just search angel number 32 on your computer and on your phone, and yeah, you might get a little bit of extra help and a little bit of extra encouragement for your week. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. I hope you have a fabulous week and you enjoy your fall, and I'll see you next week. Bye.